Your eyes open. You roll over feeling rested, energized, and excited about the day. You glance at the alarm clock and it says 4:42 a.m. Still jet lagged, you laugh and think, well, all this means is that I get to enjoy more of the day. You get up, walk down the hall to the hotel gym, and watch the sunrise as you run on the treadmill. You finish your run and decide to stretch for a long while. 6:42 a.m. Meandering to the hotel lobby, you head over to the coffee station and hear the workers speaking Spanish to each other. Asking if it's okay to practice your Spanish with them, you order your chamomile tea, realizing that you don't yet know the translation for the word chamomile. And then you chat with the worker about where his family is from, how long he's been working here, and then thank him for allowing you to practice your Spanish with him. 6:54 a.m. Now what? Your significant other is still asleep, making up for the fact that your delayed flight kept you awake for 24 hours, so you refrain from heading back to the room and disturbing him. Instead, you go to the hotel's neighboring country club. Not to go in the country club, but to sit on the edge of the golf course and watch the early riser tee times get lost in the game of golf. It's a Sunday morning, so there are sure to be men there soaking in the peace and quiet of the early morning tee time before the crowd sets in. They're about 100 yards away from you, but it's so quiet that you can still make out their conversation as they hypothesize about why their short game has improved, but their long game seems to have gotten worse. You laugh to yourself, unable to comprehend how men can get so wrapped up in a game about hitting a tiny ball with a metal stick. You finish your tea and return to the hotel room, where your significant other is freshly showered and wishes you a happy birthday. I got you a massage at 11:30 this morning. I was thinking I could drop you off, come pick you up after, and we can go to your favorite restaurant for lunch. You give him a kiss of gratitude and happily accept the offer, knowing that he can get a little bit of work done when you're at your massage, so it's a win-win situation. The farmer's market starts at 9. Do you want to grab something to eat and head down there? I ask. Maybe we can walk along the pier, too. I would love to, he says. What I just described to you is the lens through which my birthday morning played out. I say this not to say, oh, my life is so charmed and so blessed and so perfect, but instead because I want to show you that I choose to romanticize it and look at it through this literary, poetic, dreamy lens. And for somebody who historically is very practical and would take themselves way too seriously, this is something that I've worked very hard on. Let me tell you how the exact same morning could have been viewed through a very different lens. Your eyes open. You're exhausted. The flight was delayed, so you were up for 24 hours straight, and now you're waking up 2 hours before your alarm. Exhausted, but wide awake at the same time. It's 4:42 a.m. Now what? The sun's not up, your significant other is dead asleep, and your head is killing you. You walk down to the gym where music is blasting, only to make your headache worse. You dread your workout, pushing through every step, counting the minutes until it's over. Once you finish your workout, you're in desperate need of a pick-me-up, so you head to the hotel lobby. You hear the workers speaking in a foreign language and think, great, now there's going to be a language barrier between me and my much-needed beverage. Once you finally get your drink, you have no idea what to do with yourself. So you go watch men who likely have more money than you could ever comprehend obsess over the game of golf. If only they knew the real problems that you had to deal with. How out of touch those people are. You text your significant other a few times to see if he's awake. No response. You decide to head back to the room anyway. Sleeping Beauty is rested, cheery, and annoyingly happy. He's fresh out of the shower and says, "Happy birthday, I got you a massage." There's almost too much cheer in his voice. He says that he wants to drop me off at the massage so that he can get some work done. Is he trying to get rid of me on my birthday? And my head hurts way too much to lay on a table. While he was sleeping soundfully, you were pounding away on the treadmill with a headache, blasting music, and wandering aimlessly so as not to disturb the man who was gifted a perfect night's sleep. You were planning on spending your day at the farmer's market for your birthday, but now he's made other plans for you. Isn't it your birthday? Aren't you supposed to do what you want to do? It's not even 7 a.m. and this whole day is already annoying. So, my healthy honeys, as you can see, I painted the same exact series of events through two totally different lenses. And this is actually exactly how my birthday played out. I chose to see it through the first lens that I painted. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So as for my Slim on Starch clients, you don't have to eat this way. You get to eat this way. You don't have to show up on calls with me. You get to show up on calls with me. You don't have to turn in your mindset journal. You get to work through your mindset journal and learn about yourself in ways that you haven't dug through before. I encourage you to romanticize your life and to choose to look at it through a lens that is dreamy, rose-colored, and allows you to enjoy life a little bit. And trust me, I know that this is not easy, but it is possible. Coming from a gal who took herself and her life way too seriously for way too many years. I invite you to step over into a new way of looking at your world. Now, let's talk about what I ate on my birthday. Okay, so I got a steamed vegetable burrito. They use the Ezekiel tortillas, so the tortillas don't have any oil added, and neither does the sauces. Yeah, I'm so excited. And my significant other wants to show he got a veggie burger. It looks delish. So you bet your bottom dollar we returned to the restaurant that we went to the day before. If you saw part 1 of this video, you will see that we got the tamales on day 1, on Saturday when we were in California. And then we went back to the same natural food restaurant and I got this burrito. You could absolutely make this at home. You would want to get an oil-free tortilla, and Ezekiel is the brand that has oil-free tortillas. Unfortunately, pretty much all other tortillas are going to be pretty high in fat, but the Ezekiel one is fantastic. And then inside, all you're going to do is add steamed brown rice. This was short grain brown rice. I got black and pinto beans, and then a bunch of steamed vegetables. And then on top, they just put enchilada sauce. There is an enchilada sauce that I've seen at Whole Foods that has really great ingredients. I would just have you be wary. It's quite high in sodium, so you're going to retain a little bit of water after having something like this because it's pretty salty. But this is a birthday meal, so a little bit of salt is okay. And I don't worry about salt when I'm at restaurants. I'm not a stickler about salt with my clients either, but I usually don't have it when I'm at home. So when I do have salt, you know, my rings are a little bit tight the next day, but totally fine. It goes back down. But you could absolutely make this at home. This was a delicious birthday burrito. So the brand at Whole Foods that has enchilada sauce is called Saucy Lips, I believe, but you could totally make your own enchilada sauce if you are feeling like a chef. Now, as far as I know, this is the only restaurant I've ever found where I could get a burrito with an oil-free tortilla, and they don't have to add any oil to the vegetables, the rice, or the beans. If anybody knows of any restaurants, I will travel. I love to travel and try out new restaurants that are healthy, oil-free, the whole thing. So leave a comment if you have a restaurant in your area, specifically a Mexican restaurant, or a restaurant where you can get a burrito that is made with a sprouted tortilla or doesn't have the oil. Let me know. I will travel. We'll travel for burritos. Then we walked along the beach, which was absolutely beautiful, and made our way back to the hotel and hung out. I didn't video absolutely everything that I ate today. It was my birthday, so I was just kind of enjoying, got a massage, the whole thing. I just videoed what I had for lunch and then what I had for my nighttime meal. We got back to the hotel and decided to watch the sunset, and I will have a little chat with you now. Unreal. Hello, it is my birthday, and you might be wondering, on your birthday, do you eat crazy stuff? Do you eat junk food? Do you eat treats? My birthday has been filled with so many primary foods. I'm busting with gratitude, and I just feel lucky. My 2 best friends, I got to hike with my 2 best friends. The love of my life is just as showered, and we're gonna come sit by the fire and we're gonna watch the sunset over a golf course. We walked on the beach today. We went to the farmer's market today. It's so many things that I just absolutely love. This has been, I got a massage. It has been amazing thing after amazing thing. And food is, when it comes to my food philosophy, Food is not something that I want. It's not a vehicle for instant joy for me. There's a difference between mini moments of pleasure and pure joy that you feel in your heart and your soul. And so many things that I've felt today have been real, pure joy. In order to feel pure joy, you have to sidestep pleasure, because pleasure is like the devil that feels it's a wolf in sheep's clothing. It looks like joy, it masks as joy, but it is a feeling that is fleeting, that often leaves you feeling worse afterward. Here comes a plane. So on my birthday, I don't use that as a time to bring more moments of intense pleasure through food into my life. I more so want to bring more moments of real joy into my life through primary foods. Part of my food philosophy, and something we do in the Slim on Starch program, is we have you determine your food philosophy. And part of my food philosophy, when looking larger scale, when we consider birthdays and traveling and trips and vacations, is I will eat things that I might not make on my own, but I will never eat something that makes me feel lousy. I don't eat highly processed, high sugar, oil, junky, vegan junk foods. Those don't make me feel good. I don't believe that food has any moral value. I don't believe that I am a better or worse person if I eat certain foods. I don't think I'm better if I eat an apple today, and I don't think I'm a worse person if I were to eat something that's not an apple, for instance. I don't think other people are better or worse if somebody's eating a cheese pizza. I don't think that person is any better or any worse than me. I don't do that in any facet, really. I don't do that in or out of food. Who am I to judge people for being better or worse people? I have no idea who people really are in their soul. So that's just not something I subscribe to in the first place, is assigning myself or other people as good or bad, or how valuable, how worthy, etc. And absolutely not in terms of food. But I'm never eating junky food. I don't eat foods that don't make me feel good. It's my birthday. I'm not going to be eating high sugar, high oily, fatty vegan cupcakes. I'm not going to abuse the fact that it's my birthday and eat a bunch of foods because today's the one day I could have it. I don't subscribe to that philosophy. That I know does not serve me. So it is my birthday, and I am eating completely whole food, plant-based, oil-free, no highly processed foods or sugars, foods that I love and that make me feel really good. And I've just had such a joyous day, and I don't want it to end, but you can come, bub. So we're gonna watch the sunset now. Got the mini Instant Pot with a Hannah yam in there. Gonna cook that up. Chopped up some summer squash and zucchini, and that will go in next. The zucchini and summer squash have been steamed, and the Hannah yam has been cooked. It exploded a little bit, but that's not the end of the world. And now I'm going to do some Brussels sprouts, and I have another yam here. Did some Brussels sprouts. I didn't cut them or anything. I just put them right in there because they were pretty small. And then the last thing I'm gonna do is these frozen cauliflower florets. So in go the frozen cauliflower, and I didn't see, I'll do 3. So I decided to just have sort of a normal thing that I would eat if I was at home. I had my nice birthday burrito. I had the day before, we went to that restaurant as well. So my salt intake, and again, I'm not a stickler about salt, but I'm not used to eating a lot of salt. So when I have a good amount 2 days in a row, I'm like, all right, I gotta balance this out. I just kind of want to have my normal meal. So I just had a normal meal like I always had. And like I said beforehand, just because it's my birthday, I'm not going to abuse the system and just have a bunch of junk and then wake up feeling horrible the next day. I'm going to be getting on a plane the next day. I want to feel good. I don't want to feel horrible. And next time I come to this area, I'll go get a burrito again. I'll go get tamales again. But I don't have to abuse the system just because it's my birthday. And I enjoyed every bite of this. We laughed. I read a little bit of my book, and it was a beautiful way to spend my birthday. I would love to know what your birthday is. Leave a comment and let me know. I love you, honeys, and I'll see you in my next video.